Louis LeBlanc is in his 8th season at the helm of the Westminster Christian Wildcats, and this year's team is one that's been impressing us week in and week out so far in 2023. This pack of Wildcats is in search of the program's first region title since 2019 and just the 3rd all-time, and that goal is still very much in reach. The Wildcats picked up their 6th straight victory last night, beating Madison County 48-7 to improve to 6-1 overall and keep their unbeaten region record alive. Since then, they hit the field under the Thursday night lights. Coach LeBlanc had a free Friday night, and he joins Olivia in the Coach's Corner. Yeah, Coach, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much to your wife for also joining you this evening.
Thanks for having us.
So we always joke here at News 19, you guys know you're playing football and not basketball, right?
Yes,
you do know that. Your offense is aware of that.
Yes, ma'am.
They put up impressive numbers every single week, but also your defense coming to play every week. Talk to me a little bit about your team, what you've been most impressed with so far this season.
I've been real impressed with just how the guys have come to work. The seniors this year, a lot of them have been starting since 9th grade, and so to see them to have the success to me has been a really wonderful thing, just because I know the hard work that's been put in and what they went through as freshmen. Very proud of the defense. We've scored 3 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks on defense. So always like to see both sides of the ball starting to click here toward the end of the season as we get ready for playoffs.
I need you to know that Brandon Mush makes me feel very old because I have been calling Brandon's name in highlights for years now. He has been such a baller for you guys the past few years. What does he mean to you? What does he mean to this program? Maybe not just the X's and O's and the stats.
Well, you know, he stepped into the varsity program as an 8th grader, and then I got a chance to work with him over the summer before his freshman year. To hear him talk, you know, he said all the right things as a young freshman, and at first, you know, your natural inclination say he's been coached up, he's doing what he's told. But then as you've spent more time with him, you see that's just who he is. And so he's a phenomenal young man. He means a lot to me because I see how, like, my kids when they were younger looked up to him, and now one of my boys is protecting him on Friday nights. And but I just see what he means to our teachers, to our students. And then to our team, he's a guy that the kids love, not just on the field but off.
What do you want to see, maybe a little improvement from your team as we head into next week?
Well, we always talk about playing to our standard and how what we want to do is the most important thing. Distractions are always an issue. You always worry about that. But you know, we have to be clicking in all 3 phases of the game, and so that's always been a priority for us. But this team, like I said, has really bought into that, and they're willing to ask the question, what do I need to do better, Coach?
Last question I have for you, a big matchup next week against Priceville, a home game for you guys. Yeah. Sure to be an incredible atmosphere, but an incredible ball game. What have you seen from Priceville so far that you think you guys need to do in order to get the win?
I tell you, Priceville is very tough, and that's no understatement. They're gritty. They don't quit. And they're always ready to play. And so watching them play their games this season, they've just confirmed that. They had a great year last year. They're on track for another great year this year. Looks like it's going to come down to possibly a region championship at our place. And so it's going to be an exciting atmosphere. I expect nothing less than their best, and it's going to be the motivation we need to have a great week of practice after having 2 Thursday games back-to-back. And now to finally be back home. Earl Van Dyke Stadium is a special place on Friday nights. Westminster family just comes out in strong numbers, and it's going to be a fun night.
It absolutely is, and we will definitely be there next Friday to get the highlights of that game because we cannot wait for it. Well, thank you so much again for being here, Coach, and best of luck for the rest of the season. Claudia.